Anyway, look at this butt. Do we have to censor this?
Wait.
He's such a big boy now. No, he's underage. Anyway, I posted a while back asking for your questions for an honest Q&A. We're gonna skip ones we've answered before. We've done another Q&A where we ate spicy noodles, so if it's a question that we've already answered, you can just go check that video.
No one watched the video. More than 10 people, right?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Technically, yes, more than 10 people. Some of the questions we got were a little bit more adult themed. So it should be an interesting video, hopefully. Should we start with Instagram or YouTube first?
Anything.
Okay, then Instagram. Thanks, Dobby. He says Instagram too. The first one is literally just, how are y'all so cute, and then a bunch of emojis. See?
Is that a question?
I mean, technically it is a question, although she didn't put a question mark.
How is it a question? Like,
they're asking how we're cute.
Thanks
for calling us cute.
Like that?
Thanks.
Avocado! Thanks!
Are you cute? By any chance?
I am. Would you be interested in learning another language? Yes, I am currently learning another language. This question reads kind of like an ad. Like, I'm not sure what the intention is. Like, if they're trying to sell me something. You're not trying to sell me language courses, right? I'm trying to learn Korean currently. I don't need language courses because I have a Korean teacher living with me. Why did you get engaged so early, since you haven't got married yet either? Just curious. I think this one's a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's been so long.
And I guess we'd only been together a year when we got engaged, so some people might consider that to be a bit early. I mean, I feel like it sounds really cheesy, but sometimes when you know, you just know. And I feel like that's such a bullshit answer, right? Because everybody always says that. Like, how did you know that they were the one?
Yeah,
it's like, you just know.
Yeah, just when you find like someone as being like soulmate.
I mean,
you just know the fact that she's the one or he's the one for you. And
you sound like such a dad right now.
That's very important.
Are you drunk?
No.
So short answer, we got engaged because he asked and I didn't want to say no. And
you didn't want to say yes? You just didn't want to say no?
No, I wanted to say yes, obviously, or I wouldn't have said yes. But it's more like it was a real shock to me at that time because it hadn't even crossed my mind.
True. Yeah.
But obviously you'd had like a few months where you'd been thinking about it and planning it.
Yeah, of course.
So it was already there in your brain, but it was totally out of the blue for me.
Yeah.
So it caught me off guard and it took me a little while to get used to it.
The process of the preparing is already included in the video. The part like getting the ring and like set up the whole tables and the restaurants and stuff like that.
And we haven't gotten married yet because we're getting married in England and we're really busy at the moment, and Corona and many different things mean that we haven't had a chance to go back to England to get married yet. Planning a wedding takes money and time. What was the best memory that you have of your childhood? I don't really have one.
Me neither.
I just had a generally fine childhood.
I was just born and lived.
Just existed.
Yes. I was just there, always.
Also, tea or coffee? Coffee. What's your vote? Tea or coffee?
Coffee. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to answer for you. Next one. My question is to you, brother. So you. What is your partner most likely to spend or waste money on? I know what the answer to this is, but I wonder if... I'm curious what you will say. What am I most likely to spend or waste money on?
Like buying clothes or like earrings and stuff like that, like some accessories, jewelry thing.
Yeah. I would have also accepted art supplies or makeup. Next one. How do you
Hmm?
how do you keep things spicy
Hmm?
between you guys after being together for so long?
I think
Puppies.
is a key. No, I think I can do that.
Well,
Puppies.
you can't
No,
do.
no, say it like this.
Uh,
Love your body
Puppies.
is not a bad thing to do.
if I edit this, I'm leaving that in.
No,
Anyway,
love yourself.
I think it's more like just
or love me. Love
communicating a lot. Stop bullshitting.
Okay.
It's more like just communicating a lot as a couple, but also like spending time together. I've noticed that when we don't get enough time together, we start to argue a lot more
My people.
because we've been a lot more busy recently because of everything and stressed, and so we don't get as much time together, and it can make us a bit more like argumentative, sensitive. But
Or just simply, you can just use your body parts.
if you say
Puppies.
one more time, who apologizes first after an argument?
I think mostly you.
I don't think so. I think recently, especially, I've been a lot more stubborn when we fight, because kind of just get angry every time.
Maybe recently me,
Yeah, I think recently you.
but just normally you. I think.
Yeah. I think because my mood is more bad recently because of the stress. So if I feel like wronged or mad about something, I'm less likely to apologize quickly. Okay, next. What was one of the main things that caused y'all to fall for each other? Much love.
Just
You
use your
first.
dick as a baseball bat. What was the question? What was the question again? Are you shocked? Why?
What was one of the main things that caused you guys to fall for each other? And don't say
Okay,
using your dick
okay,
as a baseball
okay.
bat.
I think that was just baseball bat.
If you used your dick as a baseball bat, then definitely I never would have loved you. You would
So
have traumatized
Okay,
me.
so you go first.
No, you go first. Because I'm not feeling very in love with you right now.
I have to think about it.
Yeah, I need to think about it because you keep talking about using your dick as a baseball bat.
No, you keep saying that.
What, dick as a
It's a
baseball
vulgar
bat?
thing to say. Like main one. So should I pick one?
I guess just something, what you like the best. What thing you like the best.
I like the moment. I love the moment when you're being cute, like being like a baby, like baby talking, like baby boys thing. But usually when you speak in Korean, then it sounds like a baby.
Even when I'm cussing you out.
Sounds like baby.
Really? I think for me it's more like the opposite. So I like...
Being masculine,
No. That's not really...
like swinging
I
dick
think-
around.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
I think for me, it's more like I always feel good when I'm with you. I don't think I've had a relationship in my life. I don't mean just like romantic relationships, I mean like friends, family, that's like as positive as ours is. I feel comfortable.
Like being protected.
Like you don't make me feel like anxious or awkward or like self-conscious. Like I can be around you because I care what you think, but it's more like feel like I can be myself more with you.
Maybe sometimes, but most of the time.
And you're not gonna like judge me for something. Just being...
Yeah.
And I think I like the person that I am when I'm with you. Because I don't feel like I've got to put on some like pretense. Because I know that you like me the way I am.
Okay. I want to change my answer, but... Next. Give the goddamn next question.
I want to change my answer.
Why? Why?
And is a relationship partner or husband and wife necessary for your life or like goal?
Yeah, of course. Because probably, I already explained it, I always looking for like soulmate. If I find right one, then they're like my soulmate, then I just want to spend the rest of my life. So yeah, part of it. Big part of it.
I always wanted to have a relationship, but I always felt like I wasn't ready for it, because thinking about that commitment and like having to like take care of someone other than myself when I didn't even feel like I had the ability to take care of myself properly, that always gave me a lot of anxiety. And thinking like, oh my god, once I get with this one person, either I've got to break their heart or stay with them until I die.
Can be like a huge burden.
Yeah, so I always kind of like, honestly, I kind of avoided getting into relationships with people, like because of that, like romantic relationships, especially in uni. I had this one guy who I could tell was into me like a lot, and he kept telling me he was into me, and I was like, but I think because as a woman you kind of just have it ingrained into you from a young age, like when you grow up you'll be a mum and you'll have a husband and have kids.
You need to take up responsibilities for your
It's more like it's just
life.
That's the way it is. Like no one second guesses it really, or at least when I was a kid. Maybe it's different now for kids growing up, like, oh, you can have a career and do this, that and the other. And it's not to say my parents were always like, no, you're going to be a mum, you will never amount to anything other than being a mum. It wasn't like that. It's just like that's the way that society was. So I kind of assumed it was going to happen, but I didn't really think that much into it. It wasn't like a goal. It's more like something that was just going to happen, whether I wanted it to or not. So this is a question for you, do Korean boys find foreigner girls attractive?
I mean, it's a silly question. It depends.
I'm curious what you'll have to say about this.
It depends on people and the situation or like context. So,
Bearing in mind that your fiance is a foreign girl.
Yeah, but in general, this one is like general question about like normal like Korean people out there.
So you're not normal?
No, I mean,
because you like foreign girls.
No, I mean, just most of Korean people like about the tendency. This person is asking about the tendency.
Oh, are you talking about Pengma?
No. I think like whole vibe of Korea was kind of really used to be like very conservative back in the days, but it's getting more open these days, like going like global and open. So I think okay.
This I think is an interesting question but kind of awkward. When did you guys first talk about doing it? I said they could ask whatever they wanted. I'm sure you know, you're not a child.
Spicy?
Yeah, spicy time. Adult time.
And what is that?
What is it? Odin? What is
What is that? Why? Tell me.
Oh, you're gonna catch these hands.
You can just explain it properly.
How can I say that in Korean? 이 손들 잡아
Sounds insane.
잡아줄 거야? 잡았다. There's catch, right? But I don't know how it's spelled, so I don't know how to conjugate it. 잡아줄 거야?
No, you don't need to.
So I'm right. You just don't want to tell me.
No, you don't need to say Korean.
Why?
Because you don't need to.
Because you don't want to put subtitles if you edit.
You can edit this.
Okay, I'll edit it.
Like over
and
3 minutes by
I'll
now.
leave all of your comments about
puppies
in the video.
I will edit this right now.
Anyway.
Okay.
So, when did you guys first talk about doing it? So, talking.
Why are you smacking your lips?
Because I'm thinking how to answer this. I don't really remember that well, to be fair, because it was a long time ago. We've been together over 2 years. And I think it was like a week or so till we got together the first time in that Airbnb. This is really uncomfortable to talk about, but I did say they could ask whatever they wanted. So it was kind of bad because we were awkward and the lights were on. This is a piece of advice to my girls: when you if you want the lights off, insist to your man that you want the lights off. Because if you want the lights off but they're on, it's very uncomfortable. There's a lot of stuff going on that,
Like what?
if you're an awkward person, you don't need to see that. Anyway, that's the end of this video.
It's too good to be true.
If you like this video, please smash like. Do it for Dobby. He's being a good boy over here. That's his paw. He's such a mama's boy. And leave a comment, subscribe.
Anyway. Oh, say here. Sure.
That wasn't words.
Sure.